G'day Weather Watchers. This is Skylert USA bringing you critical weather updates for the United States and Canada on this first day of February 2026. What we're witnessing across North America is nothing short of historic. A massive Arctic outbreak that has already claimed over 100 lives and continues to grip the continent in a dangerous deep freeze. The aftermath of last week's catastrophic winter storm is still being felt from Texas to Maine, and the extreme cold is far from over. As we begin February, approximately 240 million people across the United States and Canada remain under some form of winter weather advisory, cold weather warning, or wind chill alert. This represents one of the most widespread and prolonged cold air outbreaks in recent memory. The polar vortex disruption that meteorologists warned about weeks ago has fully materialized, splitting the continent into two distinct zones: extreme cold dominating the eastern two-thirds of the United States and southeastern Canada, while milder conditions persist across the western regions. The historic January winter storm that swept across nearly 2,000 miles from Texas to Maine has left an indelible mark on the continent. Over 1 million customers lost power during the height of the storm, with the most devastating impacts occurring across the Deep South, where a crippling co-storm caused catastrophic infrastructure damage. Preliminary damage estimates have already exceeded $1 billion, making this one of the costliest winter weather events of the decade. Toronto's Pearson International Airport shattered records on January 26, receiving 46 centimeters of snow in a single day, the highest daily snowfall total since records began in 1937. The lake-enhanced snow band that stalled over the Greater Toronto area prompted the city to activate its major snow response plan for the second time this year. Over 560 flights were cancelled, and school boards across the entire GTA declared snow days as the region struggled to cope with the unprecedented accumulation. The snowfall wasn't confined to Canada. Along the Interstate 95 corridor from Philadelphia to New York City, cities experienced their heaviest snowfall in 5 years. New York City, Boston, and Oklahoma City all reported the weight of ice on power lines proved devastating. Trees snapped under the burden, taking down power infrastructure across multiple states. Tennessee bore the brunt of the outages, with nearly 48,000 customers in Nashville alone remaining without power days after the storm. Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana, Kentucky, Georgia, Virginia, and Alabama all reported significant power disruptions. The extended duration of these outages, combined with life-threatening cold, created an extremely dangerous situation for affected residents. The human cost of this winter weather event has been staggering. More than 100 fatalities have been reported from Texas to New Jersey. Roughly half of the fatalities occurred in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Louisiana. The deaths have been attributed to various causes, including hypothermia, carbon monoxide poisoning, and weather-related traffic accidents. In North Carolina alone, over 400 traffic accidents were reported during the storm, with portions of Interstate 26 and Interstate 85 forced to close. Virginia authorities documented 440 crashes by early morning on January 26. Stune, Iowa, experienced wind chill values plummeting below -40 degrees Fahrenheit. A 17-year-old lost her life in Jefferson County, Iowa, when winter conditions caused her to lose control of her vehicle. Though the cold has reached historically dangerous levels, West Virginia recorded a low temperature of -27 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind chill values across the northern plains and upper Midwest have dropped to extremes under -50 degrees Fahrenheit. These conditions can cause frostbite within minutes of exposure. New York City Mayor warned residents about the coldest sustained temperatures the city has seen in 8 years. At least 5 deaths were confirmed in New York City on Saturday alone. Today, the Arctic air mass remains firmly entrenched across the eastern United States and southeastern Canada. An explosively deepening coastal cyclone continues to bring moderate to heavy snow and high winds to the Carolinas. Blizzard conditions are persisting through the day, as this bomb cyclone produces widespread heavy snow. Storm-force winds and potential coastal flooding are expected along the East Coast. Temperatures across the affected regions are running 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit below normal for this time of year. Over 71 million people remain under extreme cold warnings, with millions more under watches and advice. In Canada, cold weather warnings extend from Prince Edward Island all the way west to eastern Alberta. Eastern Alberta faces wind chill values of -42, -45 degrees Celsius persisting through the weekend. Saskatchewan and Manitoba are under orange level alerts with wind chill values ranging from -45 to -50 degrees Celsius. The Atlantic provinces are dealing with both extreme cold and continued snowfall. The meteorological setup driving this historic cold outbreak is textbook polar vortex disruption. A stratospheric warming event caused the polar vortex to split, allowing Arctic air to spill southward. An omega blocking pattern has established itself, creating a perfect pathway for cold air advection. Strong northwesterly winds from Alberta south through the Dakotas have reached 70 to 80 miles per hour. Dangerous crosswind conditions and blowing snow have severely reduced visibility. What makes this cold outbreak particularly concerning is its persistence through at least mid-February. The strong negative phase of the Arctic Oscillation ensures continued cold air delivery to the eastern United States. On Monday, February 2nd, the coastal cyclone will move northward, bringing light snow and gusty winds to southeastern New England. Bitter Arctic air will surge southward, with below-freezing temperatures reaching as far as South Florida. High temperatures across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic will struggle to reach double digits above zero. Apparent temperatures will range between -20 and -30 degrees Fahrenheit across the I-95 corridor. These life-threatening conditions can cause frostbite within 10 to 15 minutes of exposure. In Ontario, temperatures will feel like -35 degrees Celsius, with no thaw forecast for the snow in Toronto. Atlantic Canada will see an additional 20 to 30 centimeters of snow across New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Bay. An Alberta Clipper system will begin spreading wintry precipitation. Across the northern plains and upper Great Lakes, Tuesday brings little relief as the Arctic air mass remains anchored over the eastern United States and Canada. High temperatures across the Great Lakes and Northeast will remain 15 to 25 degrees below normal. A surface front will bring additional snow from the upper Midwest into Michigan and the eastern Great Lakes. A serious threat of freezing rain and ice pellets faces the Tennessee Valley and Deep South. This is a major concern for communities still recovering from previous infrastructure damage and power outages. Western Canada sees brief relief, with Edmonton reaching 7 degrees Celsius under sunny skies. Eastern Canada remains locked in a deep freeze, with Ottawa facing daytime highs of -4 degrees. Extreme wind chills between -40 and 50 degrees Celsius persist across Manitoba and Saskatchewan. By Wednesday, the persistent Greenland block continues forcing cold air southward with minimal change. The Northeast faces a high risk of much below normal temperatures, with single-digit readings common. Snow chances continue across the Great Lakes, with lake-effect snow bands developing in traditional snowbelt regions. Ottawa faces a 30% chance of flurries with daytime temperatures around -7 degrees Celsius. Widespread snow cover will persist, reflecting solar radiation and preventing any meaningful daytime warming. Tight pressure gradients will generate episodic high winds, with gusts potentially exceeding 50 miles per hour. These winds, combined with extreme cold, create exceptionally dangerous wind chill values across a broad area. The Arctic pattern will persist through the weekend of February 7th and 8th. Another cold front is forecast to bring hazardously cold temperatures from the Great Lakes to the Northeast. A high risk of much below normal temperatures remains for the Northeast through February 10th. The western United States will continue experiencing mild conditions with worsening drought. Western Washington remains the exception, with periods of showers and mountain snow. Frigid air will continue to dominate eastern Canada, while western regions see seasonal temperatures. Alberta may reach 10 degrees Celsius by midweek, while eastern provinces remain below freezing. This prolonged Arctic outbreak demands serious attention to safety to prevent hypothermia and frostbite. Limit time outdoors and dress in layers with windproof outer garments, covering all exposed skin. Never use gas ovens, generators, or charcoal grills indoors for heat due to carbon monoxide risk. Place generators at least 20 feet from your home with exhaust directed away from openings. Monitor vulnerable populations and check on neighbors who may need assistance. If your home loses heat, seek local warming centers opened for this emergency. Avoid unnecessary travel and keep emergency supplies in your vehicle. Black ice remains a serious hazard on roads where temperatures are below freezing. Protect pipes by allowing faucets to drip and opening cabinet doors for air circulation. flight operations face significant disruptions, with thousands of cancellations and delays. Check flight status frequently and allow extra time for winter travel. Interstate highways remain treacherous as snow and ice overwhelm removal efforts. Toy. The electricity grid has faced unprecedented strain, with emergency orders issued to maintain power supply. Approximately 197,000 homes and businesses remain without electricity, primarily in Mississippi and Tennessee. Restoration will take days or weeks in the hardest hit areas due to extreme cold and ice damage. Stratospheric warming event in mid-January broke down the polar circulation pattern. This created a stable cold air corridor from southern Canada through the eastern United States. Historical analogs suggest this type of pattern can persist for 3 to 4 weeks once established. Interaction between Arctic air and Gulf moisture created devastating ice storm conditions across the South. Arctic amplification may be playing a role in the increased waviness of the jet stream. Rapid warming in the Arctic can weaken the jet stream, allowing the polar vortex to split more easily. Polar vortex. Disruptions are natural, but their frequency and southward extent may be changing. The Southeast is hard hit as infrastructure is not designed for sustained freezing and ice. The University of Mississippi remains closed through February 8th due to ice and outages. The Great Lakes Sea Lake affects snow, while ice coverage moderates the most extreme events. The Northeast deals with heavy snow and sustained cold that prevents any melting. Toronto's record snow and extreme cold stand out even for winter-hardy Canadians. The immediate forecast offers little relief, with below normal temperatures through mid-February. The potential for additional winter storms and nor'easters remains elevated along the East Coast.